Unlike the former occupant of the White House, who couldn't manage to get any A-list star power to support his initiatives, Kanye West not included, we saw how that went. Today, the biggest pop star in the country, Olivia Rodrigo, teamed up with President Biden to tell young people that the COVID vaccine is good for you. She met with President Biden and Dr. Anthony Fauci today, part of a campaign to urge young millennials and Gen Zers to get their shot to stay happy and healthy. She also recorded videos for her 24 million followers on Instagram and TikTok, touting the vaccine as safe and effective. Now, if you asked, who's that? 18-year-old Olivia Rodrigo has the #1 song and album in the country. Thank you very much. And her debut single, Driver's License, is the biggest song of the year, smashing daily and weekly streaming records. See what you learned on cable? It all comes at a critical time as vaccination rates are lagging among young adults and as the Delta variant fuels COVID outbreaks, particularly among young people. The White House messaging stands in stark contrast with the vaccine skeptic death cult messaging from Republican lawmakers in Tennessee, who decided that you can't tell teenagers anything whatsoever, halting all vaccine outreach of any kind, after the state's top vaccination official was fired for sending a memo suggesting teens could get vaccinated without their parents' permission. Dr. Michelle Fiscus spoke with Chris Hayes last night.
And now has devolved into a moratorium on messaging for any kind of vaccine to children, whether that's infants or children for back to school vaccines or HPV vaccines, and even canceling school-based flu immunization clinics scheduled for the fall as a result of the saber rattling amongst some of our legislators.
Well, it's no surprise since the right-wing talking heads Tuckums and Laura Ingraham over at Fox are trying to get their viewers killed by smearing the vaccine. And a Fox News cast-off over at Newsmasks casually spouted some eugenics while knocking vaccines.
I've always thought about vaccines, and I always think about just nature and the way everything works. And I feel like a vaccination in a weird way is just generally kind of going against nature. Like, I mean, if there is some disease out there, maybe there's just an ebb and flow to life where something's supposed to wipe out a certain amount of people, and that's just kind of the way evolution goes.
Just say no to drugs. Ooh, no. All that is wrong. The anti-vaccine idiocy in Tennessee also comes as Republican lawmakers push to make vaccine deniers a protected class against discrimination. Montana recently passed a law doing just that with employment. Meanwhile, Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, who infamously banned businesses from requiring proof of vaccination, is branding his opposition to COVID restrictions, selling anti-Fauci merch from his campaign website, as Florida sees some of the highest rates of new cases in the country. And that is why the Republican death cult's vaccine disinformation and war on public health is yet again tonight's absolute worst.